Being that we're an MMO, one of the largest features in any MMO is obviously the character customization and making sure that your avatar is unique. We all know the end game of any MMO is to flex on everyone else, show them you're the superior gamer, and show that off through cool accessories. So we're gonna start walking you through kind of our player UX when you join the game and when you download the game, free on the Epic Game Store. Shameless plug for anyone watching, free on the Epic Game Store. But when you download the game, you'll see a menu screen, and your first prompt will be to jump into this character customization screen. So with this character customization screen, we have a number of kind of stock options that come just to give each player a little bit of individuality. But all of the traits, most of the traits that are actually going to be presented here are from the wallet. So they read the traits on the NFT, and then you're able to customize that onto your player as many times as you would like, and you can change the DNA of your character, whether it's a shinigami, robot, cyborg, whatever the case is. And it's really exciting just to have the ability. So let's jump in. We have our awesome dev here, Sambor, kind of demonstrating the features. So you can see at the top, we have kind of a HUD of all the different options available, from body, accessories, clothing, presets, hair, the DNA like we touched on. So that's the different races. And remember, each race eventually, because we are an MMO, will come with things like passives, unique character trees, unique skills, and all of those things. So a lot of these choices really will have an impact definitely within the gameplay, but nothing where it's pay to win. So like I said, those unique accessories that you see Sambor here with the character customization, like that gold skin from the robots, is actually a very unique trait. And you can definitely stand out, but it won't give you any game-breaking advantages. We want to make sure we balance the free-to-play players with the players who want to play and pay and accessorize and make their character unique. So you'll see here, we really put a lot of effort into making sure that every part, whether it's kind of the details of the face, the colors of the skin, the colors of the metallic accessories, the hairstyles, the hat accessories, A to Z. And the great thing is actually all of these are in-game, in-house built. So our development studio, our artist team has put a really great care in making sure that each thing is like hand-tailored and optimized for multiplayer. So I don't know, what are you thinking, George? What's the first kind of vibe on the character customization?
Man, I'll say this, right? Web3 gets a lot of hate for games because of the time it takes. But man, like, this is a beauty right here. Like, I'm okay waiting for this. Like I'm okay with having patience for a good game to develop, right? I think that, again, crypto has always given us this 100x mentality of everything happens overnight. But good games take time to build. And like, man, to see the polish, to see the customization all within a game right now, that's what I've been talking about. Like, man, give it patience, give it time, because we will have our time. And our time is very much now coming, because you're able to finally see this. Like, we're beyond what, I remember what you guys showed Yaku maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, right? And it's like, man, to see where you are now, like, congrats. I want to say congrats first, but yeah, like, this is the type that gets me excited, because the world becomes endless with what blockchain could do to power a game, to make it more immersive, to make it more. Hey, we talk about assets all the time. We talk about, like, hey, what could it be if I could actually take this character and bring into merchandise and stuff like that. This is the type of stuff where it starts, like, hey, being able to customize to be able to make it for what I want it to be.
Right. And the great thing is, like, you kind of touched on the heartbeat of what we were looking to do. Besides the fact that every MMO, customization is a staple, because, you're a virtual citizen, you need to represent yourself virtually. But one of the biggest kind of milestones that we achieved with the character customization is actually, like we mentioned, the usable assets. So now your NFTs aren't just awesome PFPs, but actually these great traits that you've purchased are now usable and, uh, accessible on your character. And like we touched on, some of them have no in-game benefit, but some, like rare weapons or things like that, give you kind of a pretty large leg up in terms of starter weapons and things like that, where you're immediately jumping in with a higher tier rarity weapon, and you're immediately more ready for bosses, combat, PvP, any of these things. And so we wanted to make sure that every design kind of system that we roll out ties in the Web3 ethos of usable assets with kind of the structure of traditional Web 2 gaming with the whole MMO thing, customization. So it's definitely a balance. But Sambor is throwing together a really awesome avatar, and then you'll see how it operates. So you do everything. You connect your wallet. You customize your character in this screen. Once you're ready to go and you feel like, hey, this is a character that represents me, you can jump in the world and your character is instantly shipped into the world. And not only that, your customized character is also demonstrated there as your background screen instantly. So to keep that, that consistent experience across. So right here, what you're seeing is a little bit private footage here. This is our dev playground, as we like to call it. So it's littered with all the clothing items, weapons, accessories, anything we need to test. This is generally where we test it. So most times our consumers won't see this, but our friend Sambor here was nice enough to jump into our dev playground and kind of show around. So here we'll be seeing our capsule access. Before we had our capsules as standalone levels, and they were separated from the map, which it's awesome to be able to see. But the ultimate vision is to have an open world where you seamlessly travel from one place to the next. You walk in a building, and everything within the building populates. These aren't separate levels. So that's really the system that we were looking to build out. So Sambor will show you. You go to the elevator, and you load up into one of our capsules. So for those who don't know, our capsules were our player-owned housing. So there's multiple tiers of houses, and players own these. They can customize, and in the future, they'll have gameplay implications with our workbenches and our crafting system. And a lot of those things will only be accessible from within a capsule. And besides that, just really cool, fun things like inviting your friends over. Each
Dude,
capsule has a tier.